Ubani. I'm a mixed media visual artist that resides and works in Nassau, Bahamas. So recently, I just had a show at 1660 Art Gallery entitled It's Never One Thing. Now, how much time have we said it to one another? 1,000,001. But this is collective, not just the bad, but also the good too. And at the same time, trying to figure out our thought processes as we progress through those elements in our life. So let me give you guys a thought. Alright, so I know you guys may be wondering what is this particular series about. So this right here is People/Breeze Blocks. It's a 3-part series. It captures, I guess, the 3 different times in the day. I would say morning, afternoon, and night. It captures my experience at my grandmother's house looking through the breeze blocks. That's why it's called People's and Breeze Blocks. So this one right here is morning. You know, we may greet one another, what's not, but it's just taking in like the different scents and the feelings and the sounds that I experienced in that morning setting. So automatically you got the roosters, they wake me up first thing in the morning, but at the same time when I look outside, there's a lot of foliage in my grandma's yard, so there's a lot of like cattails, so I blend that together, but there's a whole line of traffic. It's like peace and chaos mixes in one at sometimes. So everybody heading to work, everybody excited for the day, but there's so much flow around you where you want to be peaceful, but sometimes you really can't. So that's what I was trying to capture in this mood. It's more of a mood than anything in particular for me. So, alright, so this one here is 5 o'clock roadblock. And everything is silent. There's no movement, there's not a lot of characters or a lot of play inside this piece. It's just me, I guess, trying to tune out what's in the background of all the beauty in the yard, which would be the traffic piled up and the heat and the exhaustion. The everything just stops around that time. Around this time also, I feel as if the sun is almost the hardest because you're so exhausted from the day. And then the dots represent like what is to come, to play like, because at nighttime things will get alive. Alright guys, so this is the last piece inside the series. It begins. It has a nighttime feeling of me standing behind the breeze blocks where all the floor, all the nighttime floor is still present, but it has like, I guess, it has a shadow effect to it, so there's a lot going on. Even though you think at night things should be peaceful, we have been looking out through the bars, and then you see the floor, which is peaceful, but then we also have the people that move inside the road that at nighttime you sometimes can't really recognize. Your friend could actually turn to your foe at nighttime and you can't see correctly. And there's a lot going on, even though it's a joyous occasion. My community is surrounded with a bunch of churches of different denominations. So right across from my grandmother's house is a Haitian church, and they actually play at all hours of the night. They don't care. 12 o'clock at night, they still singing a joyous song. But as they're singing that joyous song, there's a lot of violence happening too, and you always got to be aware of your surroundings. So I try to encapsulate that into, I guess, one picture. Alright, so with my book series, there's a lot of images of teamwork tied into it because I feel as if we all need one another to get things done. But there's also the sense of freedom that I'm trying to give the viewer to say, okay, well, they're leaving a certain place, but you can always see the place in the background, so it's almost like a question of do we ever really leave because people someplace else will be actually just seeing the same thing, shoreline, coming to shore and go through the same oceans. And I sit on the beach a lot for reflectiveness, so the waves and the sea is always, I guess, really touch me. It's always like this sense of freedom but constriction at the same time. But I like it because it's all about teamwork and coming together to make it work. It's something about everybody having their place and still come together and still make it work. So with this piece, just how the title of the show, I guess, kind of says it's never one thing. We're never going through life dealing with one emotion, one situation, one external or internal element. So with this, going through a breakup quite recently, it was what we weren't is what this is, honestly. You see a lot of creativity. You think two creative souls can actually work together, but sometimes they can't. Like sometimes it causes a clash. You might feel as if they're the closest of things because their systems and their lifestyle might overlap, but there's always this gap, and it could be on like an atomic level. It could be like 0.005. And for whatever reason, it literally does not work. As beautiful as it could be, it does not work. And so I want to get that whole feeling into this painting to like show you on a microscopic level how close you could be, but still following up. Alright, so this piece right here is a sister piece to the piece that I explained before. This is what I felt as if the relationship should have been. There should be an overlapping of creativity, overlapping of movement and cohesiveness. And even though things like seem busy, everything works, everything flows, and other colors complement each other. So for me visually, that would be the complete opposite of what I showed you guys before. And I think it's just, for me, it's a feeling because there's a lot of movement inside this piece. And as busy as you are, I feel as if like, and as chaotic as things can be, I feel as if things can still always come together. So, I think this is what it should have been. Make sure to check out 60 Art Gallery. I'm also available to do private tours. If you want to have any discussion about artwork, just let me know and hit us up.